Start your weekday mornings with Good Day Wisconsin, 5:30 on Fox 11. More local, more often. More local, more often. This is Fox 11 News at 9 with Tom Milburn, Brooke Bradley, Connie Feldman live from the Fox 11 Valley Newsroom, John Chandick from Weather Lab HD, and Drew Smith in the Fox 11 Sports Center. This is Fox 11 News at 9.
That these two individuals are under arrest and detained on unrelated charges to the situation we've been investigating. However, we now consider them suspects in the string of shootings in Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia.
That was Montgomery County Chief Charles Moose speaking at about 7 o'clock tonight. The words he has been waiting to utter for almost a month now. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brooke Bradley.
And I'm Tom Milburn. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight. First on Fox 11 News, has the Beltway sniper been stopped? Well, investigators believe so, having arrested an Army veteran who's a trained marksman and a 17-year-old companion. That happened overnight. And police say they are confident that the gun found in their car is the one used in at least 11 of the sniper shootings in and around the nation's capital. Mike Emanuel has more in tonight's update.
The sniper investigation continues, although the belief here is one of the most unique manhunts in American history is over. Police consider these two men suspects in the Beltway sniper attacks. 41-year-old John Allen Muhammad is being held on a federal weapons charge. 17-year-old John Lee Malvo is in custody as a material witness, and police tonight are proud of their capture.
We feel very positive about being here. We have the weapon. It is off the street.
The weapon was recovered from this 1990 blue Chevy Caprice. The Bushmaster rifle has been connected to at least 10 of the sniper attacks. Muhammad and Malvo were asleep in the car at a Maryland rest stop when police were tipped off by a trucker. Cops say they were arrested without incident. Investigators say their careful messages to the sniper in recent days were key.
The communication in this particular situation was instrumental in our being able to pursue the investigation.
After 13 sniper attacks in recent weeks, now finally people here are starting to relax.
Tonight, people in the Washington metropolitan region are breathing a collective sigh of relief hearing the news that was just announced in relation to this case.
But with 10 dead and 3 critically wounded, there are those still suffering.
So we will never forget. We'll never know their pain. And we only wish we could have stopped this to reduce the number of victims.
President Bush says the entire nation is grateful to all the law enforcement officials who worked with great urgency and little rest to resolve the sniper case. In Rockville, Maryland, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
John Allen Muhammad, who appeared in a Baltimore federal court for about 10 minutes today, was ordered held without bail. He is due back in court on Tuesday on an unrelated federal firearms charge.
Law enforcement officials across the state are on a heightened alert tonight after the FBI issues a new terror warning. The FBI is warning authorities across the country about a possible terrorist attack against transportation systems, particularly railroads. The information comes from al-Qaeda prisoners who say terrorists may try to take out bridges, key sections of tracks, or train engines in an effort to cause derailments and widespread damage. A report out of North Korea just a couple of hours ago indicates the country's leaders may be willing to resolve security concerns with the United States, with some strings attached. The North Korean government-run news agency tonight reported North Korea wants a non-aggression treaty. An unidentified foreign ministry official says North Korea is willing to make a deal, but only if the U.S. recognizes the North's sovereignty, assures it of non-aggression, and does not hinder its economic development. In Moscow, relief for Americans tonight who are among the hundreds of hostages being held by terrorists in a movie theater. Tonight, security officials say the hostage takers have agreed to release all 75 foreigners held captive. The hostage takers did not say when they would release the Russian hostages. Chechen rebels are now holding about 625 people. That includes 30 children. The rebels, who are wired with explosives, have already killed one woman, a 20-year-old, and say they will kill them all unless Russian troops pull out of Chechnya. The rebels have given the Russian government 7 days to pull out, or they say they will blow up the theater.
Well, a Dane County judge today let 2 of Wisconsin's top lawmakers walk out of court by signing their names and promising to show up for their next appearance. They were among 4 lawmakers charged in the caucus scandal who made their first court appearances today. Former Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Qualla of Madison has been charged with extortion, misconduct in office, and filing false reports with the State Elections Board. Republican Assembly Speaker Scott Jensen of Waukesha, Assembly Majority Leader Steve Foti of Oconomowoc, and Assistant Majority Leader Bonnie Ladwig of Racine all appeared in court today to face misconduct charges as well. One other Democratic Senator, Brian Burke of Milwaukee, has also been charged, and he has already made his initial appearance. As for Qualla, the former Senate Majority Leader faces 20 felony charges. He did not enter a plea today. He's accused of abusing his office and extorting campaign contributions from lobbyists. The judge turned down the state's request for a no-contact order against Qualla. Prosecutors argued that extortion is a crime of intimidation and want to protect their witnesses. The judge said he would only consider such an order if the witnesses report that Qualla has tried to contact them. Qualla did not have anything to say publicly today, but Assembly Speaker Jensen did.
Speaker. Thank you. Well, we have finally reached a forum where we get to tell our side of the story, and I am confident that once you hear our side of the story, it will be clear that I am innocent. In the meantime, I humbly ask my constituents to allow me to continue to serve them while I prove my innocence. Thank you.
Now, the prosecutor in the case, the Dane County District Attorney, would not rule out more indictments, saying the case is still under investigation. Jensen is expected to be back in court in about 3 weeks, Qualla the week before Christmas.
Another key employee is leaving the Neville Public Museum in Green Bay, and the departure is raising more concern about the future of Brown County's struggling museum. Some say it's time to take action, but how? Here's Fox 11's Robert Hornacek.
It's just time to move on.
Yeah, we're okay.
He's brought us exhibits on patriotism, the history of beer, and the development of toilets. Now the Neville Museum's curator of history, Michael Telsrow, is leaving the place he's called home for nearly 6 years.
It's a move up the ladder, up the career ladder, and real excited about it. It's a great museum.
Telsrow is going to Georgia to work for a private museum.
I'm all right.
His exit will bring another opening to the already short-staffed museum that's still without a permanent director.
It could result in our having to cancel an exhibition or a particular program.
Gene Umberger has been the interim director for more than 2 years. When Telsrow leaves, the Neville will be operating with 3 of its 6 curator positions vacant. One has been open nearly a year, the other even longer. It won't be getting much better anytime soon.
We won't ever be at full staffing at this museum in the year 2003.
County Executive Nancy Nussbaum says the county is simply dealing with economic reality, the effects of which are being felt throughout the budget. Still, some people say something has to be done to save the Neville.
You know, if you're not going to keep it going, let's close it. Let's just not let it muddle along.
Kramer Rock is the president of the museum's corporation board, a nonprofit group which raises money to pay for the exhibits. The board has proposed privatizing the museum over a number of years and reduce the county's $1 million a year support. While that proposal sits in a county committee, Rock says it's frustrating to see what's happening to the museum.
Why are we out shaking the money tree trying to get funding for exhibits if indeed, you know, the museum is, in a sense, a role of demise? I don't mean to be negative. I guess I'm being just darn realistic about it.
Nancy Nussbaum says she supports the idea of reducing taxpayer support. She says the plan still needs to be worked on, which is why she says for now, things at the museum will stay the same.
I don't think anybody's willing to let it just go away. Now it's just coming to that realization of what do we have to do to make it ensure its viability over the long haul.
Something the soon-to-be former curator of history says is possible, but won't be easy.
It might be a little rocky in the next couple months or so, but I'm sure they'll emerge in good shape.
The question is how, and for some, when. In Green Bay, Robert Hornacek, Fox 11 News.
Now, meantime, the Museum Corporation Board has completed a survey of Brown County residents about the future of the museum. The results of that survey will be made public in a couple of weeks, and we will bring those results to you. And news about another major Brown County attraction tonight. It could soon cost more to visit the new zoo. Brown County's Education and Recreation Committee has recommended doubling the price of zoo admission. This would make it $2 for kids and senior citizens, $4 for adults, and $12 for a family pass. The committee also recommends eliminating the free admission for the first hour the zoo is open. Now, by doing this, the zoo wouldn't be forced to cut any jobs or lose any attractions. The aim is to make the zoo self-sufficient without needing taxpayer funding. The committee's recommendations must now be approved by the Brown County Board.
Workers for 2 companies in our area learned today that they're not needed on the job anymore. We start with the Emerson Motor Plant in Sturgeon Bay. The company says it'll be closing no later than late next year. 223 people will lose their jobs when Emerson shuts down. The company says it's closing because there's too much competition and not enough demand for agricultural, industrial electric motors. And Chiquita processing plants in Gillett and Coleman will shut down by the end of this year. Employees from both plants were told of the closings today. The Gillett plant employs 50 full-time workers, Coleman 28. Both plants plan to hire seasonal workers next spring, but a company spokesman says all of the seasonal work has been completed for this year. He says the company is consolidating into fewer plants, and that means a need for fewer workers. But the closings will mean more work for employees who are left at the company's 3 other plants in the state. Production from Gillett will be transferred to Ripon, while the Coleman production will be split between Cambria and Oakfield.
Hunters are taking to the Wisconsin woods in search of antlerless deer and more information about chronic wasting disease. Dozens of CWD sample stations have been set up throughout the state for the T-zone hunt. At the stations, hunters can have deer heads taken and sent to federal labs for CWD testing. Some DNR officials say it's the most ambitious disease sampling ever. The sampling of around 500 deer in each county is aimed at showing how widespread CWD is throughout the state.
I hope to get 350 to 400 in the county this weekend. If I could get all 500, I'd be thrilled.
Now, on a lighter note, we also want to remind you that if you have a bucktail worth telling and showing anytime this season, we want to hear from you. We will send out a camera and put your tail on TV. Give us a call at the Green Bay number on your screen here. That's 490-1407.
And still much more to come tonight on this late edition of Fox 11 News at 9. Upcoming, a Packers safety sending a safe message around Green Bay.
We'll tell you what this Packers player had to say to some local boys and girls today. Plus, a new concept car is bringing safety to a whole new level, but is it really worth it? I'll tell you what some experts think in On the Money.
Where the road ends, Arctic Cat begins, and you'll find your new Arctic Cat ATV at Shadow Power Sports. Arctic Cat ATVs are fun for the entire family. Whether you want to use the customizable multi-purpose racks to hunt, fish, camp with the kids for a weekend, or take it to work during the weekday. Arctic Cat ATVs in new colors, sized for the kids, or tough enough to tow a half-ton. See them on sale now at Shadow Power Sports. Stop into their open house November 2nd.
You can change the future. You can protect tourism, jobs, and families in northern Wisconsin. You can save Wisconsin's rivers and groundwater from exposure to lethal cyanide. You have the power to close the loopholes that allow mining companies to leave untreated toxic waste in Wisconsin. Wisconsin needs a governor and legislators who will close mining loopholes and ban cyanide.
Heard the news? GM has purchased Daewoo Motors, and Daewoo Motor America is liquidating all current inventory. Reset Imports has acquired over 200 of the remaining brand new 2002 Daewoo vehicles. Reset was able to purchase these at a fraction of the MSRP. Brand new Daewoo, starting at just $69.95. You can purchase a brand new vehicle at used car prices, and every Daewoo comes with a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Hurry to Reset Imports Daewoo liquidation sale. 2 locations, Highway 41 in West Mason, Green Bay, and Highways 41 and 21 Oshkosh.
Well, that's great. You're going to be traveling more.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're going to meet someone new.
Mm-mm.
Hey, you You know, I can come with you.
You can stay together with AT&T Wireless. Get nationwide long distance, 3,000 night and weekend minutes, plus 300 anytime minutes for only $29.99 a month. That's M-Life from AT&T Wireless. Your mobile life made better. It's for us. Hurry in and save $50 on a Nokia 3360 phone.
Who's behind the false attack ads against Joe Lipon, a front group for out-of-state money closely linked to indicted State Senator Chuck Qualla? Qualla's crooked politics don't help our families, yet Jim Baumgart votes in lockstep with Qualla. What we need is Joe Lipon's record of results for our families. Joe Lipon helped seniors with prescription drugs and better long-term care, and he helped working families by fighting against higher taxes. It's time to change Madison. Joe Lipon for State Senate. He'll work hard for us.
To report news, cellular phone users can contact the Fox 11 newsroom by dialing star TV 11. Fox 11 cellular service is provided by Cellcom, clearly the best.
You're watching Fox 11 News at 9. More local, more often.
A lot of Packers heading out of town for a few days off with no game this weekend. They'll be busy at Lambeau a week from Monday night, but Packers safety Darren Sharper is still in town, trying to make an imprint off the field as well. Today, he stamped safety into the minds of some area school children. Sharper reminded some of the children at the Green Bay Boys and Girls Club that many bad things can be prevented if you are simply aware of safety. After his talk, Sharper answered questions from the boys and girls in the audience. Sharper's involved because he's helping kick off the Chevy Child ID program designed to help families receive information about a missing child.
You're excited, and I know, kids will take back something. Hopefully anything I said they can take back and use it. It will help them out.
Boys and Girls Club members received free fingerprinting this afternoon. Sharper also lent a hand to help fingerprint some of the students. Chevy dealers will be hosting a free fingerprinting event starting Saturday and continuing through December 28th. For every set of fingerprints made, Sharper and Chevy dealers will donate $20 to the Boys and Girls Club.
Hitting the books is helping some area women further their educations. The American Association of University Women is holding its decades-old used book sale in Appleton. All proceeds support scholarships for area women. It's an event organizers say paperback and hardcover perusers prepare themselves for well before the doors even open.
I think people are coming in here with ideas of what they want before they come in. There probably were like maybe 100, 150 people lined up outside before the sale.
The AAUW is currently sponsoring 3 women in school with last year's proceeds of $14,000. That's at $1 a book. It will consider applications for 3 more women to benefit from this sale. That process will start in January. The used book sale is at Appleton City Center downtown. It runs through Sunday.
And this is kind of stay inside and read a book weather, I tell you. A little chilly, a little nippy. I suppose a little bit cooler than normal from this time of year, but probably not by much.
Yeah, by about 10 degrees, actually, surprisingly. We should be in the 50s, but we're not anywhere close to it because we just never get that sunshine. As a matter of fact, the latest clouds and radar confirm that we have rain showers moving in from the south. When will they hit? I'll let you know that when Fox 11 News continues.
Alaska. Beauty, serenity, nature explored. Omega Travelers World has experience and expertise in Alaska cruises, tours, and independent vacations. Call Omega Travelers World today.
I was thinking maybe we should
go for a handsome cab ride.
Jerry's dating a sentence finisher, and George tries to keep his record. Hey, look at the high score. That's not you, is it? I can't believe it's still standing. Will his legend live on? I've been preparing for this moment my entire life. On the next Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, Thursday at 10 on Fox 11.
Our all-new 2003 Toyota cars and trucks have arrived, and there's even more good news. Space models that feature more options and more models to choose from. Priced right to save you more money.
Financing from 1.9% on our best safety-rated Sienna minivans. Financing from 2.9% on America's favorite car, the Camry. And our full-size Tundra 4x4s. Or get customer cash back on select 03 models.
Exceptional values on all-new 2003s at Love You Toyota, Oneida Street, Green Bay.
A hurricane doesn't care. A tornado doesn't care. When it comes to your company's critical data, your internet service, or how long you'll be without a phone, Mother Nature simply doesn't care. but a lot of people do. Around 190,000 of them work for us. The customer, that's who we answer to. Infinite Service, SBC.
Each time we celebrate life, we're celebrating something just as precious, our health. For almost 20 years, Network Health Plan has been a part of the life we celebrate. Today, we're proud to offer not only the finest care, but more choices and services for you and yours. Call 1-800-362-9900 or ask your employer about Network Health Plan.
I'm a Ford truck man. That's all I drive. I ain't got no boundaries. I don't compromise.
It's truck season, and the hot-selling Ford Sport Utilities are flying off the lot. Lose the interest and gain a 2002 Explorer, Expedition, and more with 0% APR financing. 0% for 5 years on Explorer saves you over $6,400 in interest during truck season. Only at your Packerland Ford stores.
Ain't no doubt my king of the mountains built Ford tough.
For online access to local news, weather, and sports and live Doppler radar 24/7, click on WLUK.com, hosted by Fox 11's internet partner, Infinity Technology.
Now, from Fox 11 Weather Lab HD, here's Doug Higgins with your Fox 11 forecast first.
Well, we're starting to see a warm-up right when a lot of us don't appreciate it. We're warming up overnight. Temperatures actually moving in some places from the mid to the upper 30s overnight. And south of Green Bay, I think there's a chance for a sprinkle in the air. For tomorrow morning, a few sprinkles. Temperatures will be in the 40s, so a mild start to the day. But we're not going to warm up too much by the afternoon because rain showers will definitely start to spread. Will be widespread across the region by the afternoon, and our high temperatures will cap off into the mid-40s. But, boy, return of the cloud monster. That's right. This guy is back. Or girl. We're an equal opportunity lender here for monsters. And it looks like those clouds were created from two things. One of them was we had winds come out of the southeast. That dragged some moisture over the top of us in the form of clouds. And another is this little disturbance just to the south, this little blue dotted line. It is a trough of low pressure. And as you probably guessed, it's going to be moving closer to us as the morning progresses. It's producing some of the rain showers that are going to be moving on in. If you are traveling south towards Milwaukee tomorrow, you have a better chance to see rain in the morning. By the afternoon, it should be scattered across much of the state, and as we work our way through the evening hours, and even into Saturday, this trough of low pressure is going to kind of hang back behind a low pressure system. As it does that, we still have the chance for some sprinkles on Saturday. Futurecast is picking up on those clouds pretty well because this is the latest clouds and radar, and what it confirms is, sure enough, clouds moving on in, and there's pretty good rain showers spreading all the way across the state of Iowa. Notice there is a little bit in the way of rain way back here, but we have some warm air coming up from the south, and that warm air is keeping all the precipitation in the form of rain showers. Northeastern Wisconsin temperatures, they're starting to rise right now. 34 in Iron Mountain, 37 in Clintonville. We're up to 39 in Appleton, Oshkosh, 37 in Fond du Lac, and it looks like the cool spot is Sheboygan, currently at 33 degrees. Your overnight forecast, sprinkles south of Green Bay, temperatures from 35 to 38 degrees. Winds very light out of the east. For tomorrow morning for your breakfast, some scattered light rain out there. Temperatures hanging right around 40 degrees and still not much wind. Tomorrow afternoon, light rain, a good bet. So the umbrella would be a good way to start the day and end the day tomorrow. 44 degrees will be our high temperature. And if you live around Fond du Lac or Appleton, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some mid to upper 40s for high temperature. 7-day outlook looks like this. 44 tomorrow, 48 on Saturday. I'm still thinking there's a chance for a shower, though, on Saturday. On Sunday, that looks to be our sunniest and most dry day. 45 for a high. Rain showers return on Monday and Tuesday. We dry on off again for the middle of next week, Wednesday and Thursday, with highs going down to 35 on Thursday. Brooke?
Ooh, thanks a lot. Well, Detroit has unveiled a new concept car. It's designed to provide drivers with every modern safety convenience, even a camera that lets you keep an eye on your kids in the back seat. On the money tonight, is it a smart car or just technological overload? This could be
Setup.
the car
Entertainment.
of the future.
Entertainment. Well,
The car of the future is going to have intelligence, radar, wireless technologies. You want to make smart cars.
Worldwide, automakers are racing to get cars on the road like this that are all about safety. Ford's prototype is called a T2S. Essentially, it's a souped-up Taurus equipped with crash avoidance technology.
Forward collision warning system activated.
Whoa. With sensors, cameras, and radar, the driver is alerted to potential threats.
Having advanced notification and warning about things on the roadway done the right way can only, prepare the human with as much data as possible to get himself out of harm's way.
The technology is still about 3 to 5 years away from going mainstream, and not just on high-end cars. The big concern is technological overkill.
You can make driving more dangerous if this stuff is overly complicated. So they got to work to make this stuff very user-friendly.
Even though I designed and worked on this, I've caught myself, not paying attention to the road because I'm interested in looking at the technology.
Bottom line, all the high-tech stuff in the world isn't going to keep bad drivers out of accidents. The hope is smart technology translates into smart drivers.
They're not working on stuff that is nonsense. I think they're working on stuff that definitely they think will make a contribution towards safety.
Again, we're not just talking high-end cars, so in a few years, these gadgets may be a way to help keep you both safe and on the money. Tomorrow on The Money, budget battles of the sexes, women, men, and money. We'll tell you why we can't help but argue over finances and what we can learn from each other so we can all get a little ahead. Coming up in sports, one Packer is getting a little ahead. We'll tell you about the latest Packer promotion.
And we'll also tell you about the end of the regular season in Wisconsin high school football. Those finales tonight. Tom Risto highlights. Plenty of them coming up.
If you missed Good Day Wisconsin this morning, you missed out.
And overnight, a lot of stuff happened.
Fox's Douglas Zader live in Rockville, Maryland. Arrested 2 men in connection with the sniper attack. Tara Arnold is live in Appleton. Hey, Tara.
We're showing you how you can be a princess. We're cooking ribs this morning. So these are great because you can do the whole thing in the oven. Some major developments this morning.
A lot has happened overnight.
Good Day Wisconsin, every weekday morning from 5:30 till 9.
Oak Express's Factory Direct Special Purchase ends Monday. Hurry in to get unbelievable bargains on solid oak and oak veneer products, like this 4-piece computer desk, now only $275, or this computer cart for only $129. Plus get 1 year, no payments and no interest at Oak Express through Monday only.
This is the final weekend of Bedroom Expression's Factory Authorized Special Purchase. Right now, get this 5-piece Mission Group for only $13.95, or this Wood with Metal Accents Group for only $18.98. Also get no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Next to Oak Express.
Wake up to sweet success with Pamco Executive Office Suites. With 2 excellent and convenient Valley locations, our tenant community atmosphere is ideal for small businesses and branch offices. Benefits include free utilities, cleaning, conference room, free high-speed internet access, administrative support, and office equipment. We can even provide property managers, cleaning services, and maintenance people for your other locations. Call Pamco today for sweet dreams tonight.
Reduce your heating bill. Premium windows just $189. Window World, guaranteed lowest price. Any size, just $189 installed. Window World, call 321-0421. Window World, simply the best for less.
That looks good. Look for Cooking with Amy recipes at your local Kopp's store, on cops.com, or on WLUK.com. Kopp's presents Cooking with Amy. Every Thursday morning on Fox 11's Good Day Wisconsin.
Let's get cooking.
Drew Smith is down on the field with a report.
When Fox Sports needs the scoop in Green Bay,
what kind of adjustments do you make here at halftime?
Drew Smith is their go-to guy.
Can you keep that up in the second half down 11?
Drew Smith and Fox Sports. Fox 11. More local, more often.
Hi, I'm Tara Arnold. From candy bars to gummy bears. Do you have a sweet tooth? We'll get ready for Halloween at Sweet Street.
Tomorrow morning on Good Day Wisconsin. Now, live from the Fox 11 Sports Center. Here's Tom Risto.
The defense does anything but rest when Green Bay Notre Dame and Green Bay Preble take the field. Between the two teams, get this, they've allowed a total of 52 points in Fox River Valley Conference play this season. Tritons and Hornets, Preble can clinch an outright conference title with a win tonight at City Stadium. First quarter, Notre Dame's Blake Gerlikowski going back, and there's Andrew Reedinger. Rips him off in the end zone. That's the defense doing that job. Later in the first, Tritons punting. Bad snap. Notre Dame's Michael Meisinger has nowhere to go. He gets swarmed by a pack of Hornets. Next play, Preble's Josh Martell takes it in from 15 yards out. The Hornets, FRVC champs, 21-7, the victory tonight over Notre Dame. Oconto is in Kewaunee. The Packerland Conference Championship up for grabs. Second quarter, the Indians lead Wechter going to Dave Peplum. Goes for 30-plus yards. He gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10. That would lead to a Indians touchdown. They would take a 15-9 lead. Later in the third quarter, Oconto's Tyler Eichmann. 32 yards, 23-17 Kewaunee. Still in the third quarter, Peplum, the end around. Takes it in from 17 yards out. Kewaunee, a 44-17 victory. The Indians, Packerland champs. East Central Flyaway Conference Lake Division showdown. Fond du Lac Springs and Winneconne, the winner, league champ. First quarter, Springs, Josh Schneider going up top to Jeff Ellistad. 28 yards, 7-0 Ledger. Second quarter, 4th and 7. Schneider to Adam Helleberg. Watch this. Whoop. Nifty little 26-yard pickup to the Winneconne 8. That sets up a Schneider quarterback keeper. Ledgers go on to pound the Wolves tonight, 35-0. De Pere at Ashwaubenon. Third quarter, De Pere's Ryan Fritsch. It's a muddy one tonight in Ashwaubenon. 15 yards, 27-24 Redbirds. Fourth quarter, Ashwaubenon's Kevin Moran finds Steve Schills on the little dump pass, and then he's coming all the way back to this side of the field. Breaking tackles. Well, it's hard to grab onto those pants because look at how muddy they are. 56 yards, 30-27 Jaguars at that point. And then Schills again, he takes this one 53 yards right up the chute. He had 157 rushing yards. Ashwaubenon outscores De Pere 38-35. Packers third-round draft pick Marcus Anderson has been promoted to starting strong safety. He's been playing free safety for Darren Sharper, who's been out with a hammy injury. Sharper should return to the lineup after the bye week. That means Anderson has played so well that he can move over to strong safety. Anderson says, though, he still has a lot of work ahead of him.
Back the other way, Anderson.
And I feel like the coaches have given me, their confidence, and I feel like it's an accomplishment right now, but I have to keep on getting better. I can't get complacent. I can't get, satisfied.
So just how good is Barry Bonds? Angels manager Mike Scioscia has seriously considered intentionally walking the Giants cleanup hitter with the bases loaded. Giving up 1 run is better than 4. That's the thinking. World Series Game 5 from the Bay. Series even at 2 games apiece. Bottom 1. Bonds at the plate facing former UW-Oshkosh pitcher Jared Washburn. And that's a rope down the right field line. Scores Kenny Lofton. Giants up 1-0. Bottom 6. Jeff Kent with a man on. The first of 2 two-run home runs for Kent. The Giants clobber the Angels 16-4. Preseason hoop, Bucks and Lakers. George Karl and the boys in the Staples Center tonight. Sam Cassell running the break with Ray Allen. Allen goes up with the flush, but the Bucks are beaten tonight 98-93. Kind of fun to see. We'll send it back to the desk.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Hoop season's almost here, to be sure.
Didn't it just end?
I think so, about a month ago.
Unbelievable.
We'll be right back.
I'm a food truck man, that's all I drive. I ain't got no boundaries, I don't compromise.
It's Ford truck season, so come and get them. The best-selling line of trucks in the world, Ford F-150. Lose the interest and gain the truck that sets the standard. Get 0% APR financing on a hard-working F-150 during truck season. Going on now, only at your Packerland Ford stores.
Ain't no doubt my king of the mountains built Ford tough.
A hurricane doesn't care. A tornado doesn't care. When it comes to your company's critical data, your internet service, or how long you'll be without a phone, Mother Nature simply doesn't care. But a lot of people do. Around 190,000 of them work for us. The customer, that's who we answer to. Infinite Service, SBC.
I have have an affinity for new life.
I have an affinity for healing.
I have an affinity for healthy families.
I have an affinity for helping breast cancer patients.
For understanding.
For listening.
I have an affinity for touching lives.
For innovation. For heartbeats.
An affinity for caring.
For technology.
For teamwork.
I have an affinity
for smiles.
I have an affinity for long, healthy lives.
Affinity Health System. Caring for health. Caring for life.
You and a friend can pass, catch, and run your way to an all-new Chevy Silverado Extended Cab. Register for your chance to drive the distance on the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field at any Chevy super dealer. 2 lucky couples will win Packers tickets and compete in a game day pass, catch, and run contest. The couple with the longest drive gets to come back in December and compete for a new Silverado. Drive the distance. Brought to you by your participating Chevy super dealers and Fox 11.
Corruption in Madison, indictments, scandal in the legislature. Where was Jim Doyle? 12 years as Attorney General, and Jim Doyle couldn't stop the corruption right down the hall. Doyle couldn't smell the corruption because he's part of the Madison problem, shaking down donors who received grants from the vitamin settlement, and Doyle named with koala in the caucus scandal. These indictments say something else. They're an indictment against Jim Doyle being our next governor. Our top cop has failed us.
Sports Wrap, live from Fox 11 Sports Center, Sunday nights at 9:30.
Men's clothing provided by C.A. Gross, Adams and Cherry, downtown Green Bay.
All right, one more look before we go, since it's now Friday morning officially, your first Friday forecast.
It is Friday morning already. How about that? Wow. We are going to be falling back. You're going to need an umbrella tomorrow because you're going to need it. But here's a look at the old clock. We're going to need to set it back 1 hour Saturday night, or if you're real specific, 2 a.m. on Sunday. And if you have a chance, also replace the batteries in your good old fire. I was going to say fire alarms. What do you call them? Fire
detectors.
Smoke detectors. Yeah, that too.
We know what you were
And check your carbon monoxide and check, a lot of things to check this time of year. All right. Thank you, sir.
But you have that extra hour of sleep, so you have time to do it.
It's a long weekend.
Well, finally tonight, Halloween is being celebrated a little bit early in Ohio.
Yeah, it's next Thursday, but hey, you can see in these guys' eyes, these gorillas just couldn't wait to take part in today's 10th annual Gorilla Pumpkin Hunt at the Cincinnati Zoo. Yes, they went 8. The zoo's 4 furry primates couldn't wait to bite into the pumpkins that had been stuffed with sunflower seeds, raisins, popcorn, carrots, and, of course, here and there, a banana.
No, those are not zookeepers in costume, by the way.
This is the real thing. Yes,
Having
absolutely.
a great time.
Hey, no baseball tomorrow night. Got Friday Night Football at 9:30, and we'll be here at 9 o'clock. Have a great night.
Fox 11 News. More local, more often.